Desktop audio. Properties. There we go. We got some music. Now if we can turn this down a bit. Whew, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Let's go to the start screen. That's not supposed to be on there. You don't want to see my breakfast. Hold on, let me add the other thing. Sorry guys, I'm using a different computer this morning so that we can... Oh crap, see, she's making me eat breakfast. My stuff's getting freaking soggy now. And I am not ready. I'm not ready at all. I have more stuff I must do. Okay, so I'm going to sit in here. There we go. We'll put it on an angle. It'll look weird, but... Watch Wings eat breakfast. That's what you're doing. I'm working on getting everything set up. Tutu, hello. We're going to void warranties today. Where's my music? It doesn't loop it. Now it'll loop it. Alright, sorry guys. I'm running behind. I'm looking up there and the camera's right there. I'm running behind because I was trying to get a whole bunch of stuff set up. So, no, be quiet. Silent. Alright, let's sign in. Log in. Oh crap. Oh no, I have it. I have my phone. Need to do some authentication stuff. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna play games the second half of the stream, but for the first half, I'm gonna teach you how to void warranties and clean your own frickin' controllers. When people have trouble with their controllers, they have a bad habit of just throwing the things out, and that bugs the crap out of me. Luna's like, if I don't get you food, you're not gonna eat. She was right, but I'm busy. I thought, oh, I have to put it under other, is that right? I thought you had to put it under web show. That didn't work, okay. Sorry, I'm also not using a proper mouse because I needed the USB ports for the camera and the microphone. Come on. Dave. So we're gonna go back to Slime Rancher when I'm done with this. Copy. Only 6 more to do. Ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, 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 bum, bum, bum. I didn't bring a thumbnail for this, so we're not going to worry about that. It's going to be Brave's thumbnail today. Okay, well, you know what? We'll do Brave after this instead, and I'll do Terra and Slime Rancher later. Changes saved. Nice. Hello, hello, Tutu. Can you not hear me? Is my mic not working? Because you typed hello like 3 times? No, it's working. We're good.
For maximum engine performance.
For maximum engine performance. play a video game. That was clearly a video game. It's commercial on Twitch, guys. It was clearly. All right, that's the let's get our crap started thing. I'm working on getting it started. My legs, hips, and thighs hurt a lot, guys. I went for a ride yesterday, and I realized I went for a ride on the only road. Well, not the only road, but I went on a ride where I only know one exit. Like, I'm only positive about where it goes at one location. Twitch still says Terror, didn't even say Brave. SHOW. Web show. Doing. I'm currently not logged in. Crimes. Approve. Come on, stream jar, do your job faster. Also, let me know if I'm having any like lag issues or anything like that, guys. Because I am using the Wi-Fi today. Alright, Streamlabs. And another tab for Knifebot. Let's log in with YouTube. This one, yes. That one. Allow. This one. That one. I bet this is some thrilling crap, guys. Alright, this is getting soggy. That's gonna be gross, so. Can you guys test the different chats for me so I know they work? Log in. Yes, I have an account. I want to log in. Yep, I wanted to log into that one. I think this is the password. Wonderful. Sure, whatever. Alright, because of the delay that it's taken. Oh gosh, I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna do it again. Alright, last time I tried with video from this table, I did the same thing. There's the camera. I keep looking up there because that's where the camera normally is. I'll try my best, okay? But since it's taking me so long to get this crap set up, do you use Steam Slime Rancher? Stream? Yes, I do. I have been for a while. We've been working on it for like a month, maybe a little more. And the max level apparently, according to Boo, is 28, and I think we're 25 or 26. Okay, it's gonna be that short and sweet. Let's void some warranties. That's the end of it. All right. The chat's not coming up in the channel. Why? I don't really think it's possible that it moved. Alright, well, let me check. I don't really think it's possible that it switched web addresses, but let's try. Okay, it says it's ready to display a message. Let's test it. Let's put in the games command. Alright, it's working. Alright, I don't know why it wasn't working before, guys, but it looks like we got it set. Okay, let me finish my stupid breakfast that Luna was on my butt about. Okay. So, what we're going to do is turn down the music a little bit. How is everybody today? Oh, well, it's not working for the game's command, is it? It showed up in the chat, but it's not connected properly to Mixer, so it's not letting me type in commands. But you guys can see stuff, and I should be able to see you. I know, thanks to Tutu at least, I can see you guys on YouTube. And you guys see what I type, so that's weird. Alright, we're going to turn that down a little bit more. That way I'm not yelling at you guys, because I feel like I'm talking overly loud. So, today, we're going to tear apart some Xbox controllers. Smuggle! Man, how you been? It's been a long time. Everyone say hi to Smuggle UK. He has been a member of the channel for a really long time. But since I switched back and forth with my stream times and stuff, he usually can't make it. Welcome back, man. How are you? So I want to point out two things. One, full disclosure, I don't want to get in trouble. This will void your warranty. We're just cleaning them, okay? Also, I got an Xbox One when Sunset Overdrive came out, okay? I got it a few years after, or a few months after Sunset Overdrive came out. My warranty's past its 1 year BS period anyway, okay? Also, I have my special controller I've shown you guys before, my Xbox Pro or whatever the heck it's called, that I absolutely love. It's basically Microsoft's version of a flappy paddle scuff controller, but it doesn't cost as much as scuff, thank goodness. But if you, and I wash my hands all the time before I ever touch my stuff, but I have kids and they don't. So we're gonna tear apart the controllers again to clean them. It's been, I don't know, probably a year since the last time I cleaned them. So if you have rechargeable battery packs or whatever, make sure you take out all the batteries. Like I said, this is going to void your warranty. Let's switch scenes. That's not what was supposed to happen. Why is my face gone? I swear I had this set up already. Oh, no. I decided I was going to use this screen. There we go. Alright. This is my Walter. That Luna so nicely. Thank you, Luna. I ate my breakfast. This Luna so nicely brought for us. So, for this, you have to remove all the screws. Okay? That's common sense, right? But if you look closely at it, there aren't any. There are 0 screws. And that's because the screws are inside the controllers. In here. Behind this sticker. And looking at it now, looks like I may have never taken these controllers apart. So the last ones I cleaned must have been for the Xbox 360. But the sticker they're going to look for warranty purposes, if you ever have to take it in, they're hidden behind this sticker right here. The silver bit goes down into the black bit, and it's all one big sticker. I'm good, just working a lot, and I get Saturdays and Mondays off. Nice to see you too. Awesome. Alright, so you need 3 things to clean controllers. You need some sort of cotton swabs. I won't say Q-tip because that's a copyrighted brand name. Cotton swabs. I know I said 3, but I'm going to give you at least 4 at this point. This is a dish of water. That's it. Just water. Okay? And then your other option is isopropyl alcohol. Okay, this is your local store or whatever. I'm probably not going to use it, plus there's barely any in there. I don't recommend using the alcohol unless you absolutely must. Alcohol can melt plastic, and it could make your controller worse. One of these, I believe it's this one. The right bumper's not working at all, so hopefully just cleaning it's going to fix it, and that's why I'm ripping them to shreds. The other thing you're going to need is a toolkit. You don't need too many tools, not a lot of tools, but this is the iFixit kit. You used to be able to get it on ThinkGeek. They were kind of expensive. I waited until I found it on Amazon. I think I got it for like $45. Comes with an ESD strap. The problem is if you don't know how to ground yourself, it's useless. A suction cup for helping to remove back plates off of phones and stuff. A bunch of different scrapers, ladles, dental tool type things, all used for opening stuff for the most part. And then it also has a bit driver, which is all I really care about right now. We're probably going to use the bit driver, maybe one of these plastic scrapers. I often use this metal one. These plastic bits, they're really just wedges. It's just meant to so fold this up. It's really just meant to hold the case open, keep it from clicking back together. So the first thing I need to do is I have to get the controller apart. It means I have to find the screw, which will undoubtedly be right there. Okay, I found it. So I just pushed a little bit, okay, and now I don't know if we can get that in the light. If you look right in the middle, there's a shiny divot. There we go. Now you can see it. That circle. That's where the screw is going to be. And this bit right here where I'm scraping this off, this is what voids your warranty. But they're saying hi from Seattle. It says hello from Seattle. What's up? Yep. Still the what picture?
Brave.
Yeah, because I don't have the picture to change it. Thanks. Nope, you're absolutely fine. Luna came down to help even more. Yeah. So the picture, or the picture. Now she got me thinking about pictures. The sticker that's in here, guys, you can cut it if you want to. You can just poke through it. I don't like doing that. I'd rather just remove it. And I actually have a pair of tweezers, I think, in here that might do the trick. I don't want the plastic ones, I don't think. We'll use the metal ones. Everything is designed pretty safely. These have rounded tips instead of pointed tips, because you don't want to jab stuff. Guess I should try to do it on camera. That's kind of the point, isn't it? If you guys have never had any warranty work done before, they will actually remove the sticker and you get a new one. Isn't that a fun bit of useless information? Instead, I'm going to put that sticker right back on there. I don't think I'll ever use it. Now, I have no idea what screw that is in there. And I also don't know how I got that awesome angle before. But it's undoubtedly going to be a Torx bit. So let me get a big one so you guys understand what a Torx bit is. So the outside of a Torx bit I know that's not very clear, is rugged, bumped, bumpy, sort of like a Phillips head screwdriver, but with more contact points. And the center is hollow. There, you guys can see that circle. It's hollow. So do not try to do this if you don't have the right size and a torque fit, okay? Because you're just going to destroy the screw, and then they're going to charge you ridiculous amounts to get it replaced. So most of them, I think, are like Torx 1 or Torx 2. I don't remember what the 360 was. Alright, this one's a 2. Sweet. So you remove the one single screw. That's all there is to it. And then we're going to pop it apart. Everything's going to fall apart. I'm going to get frustrated. I'm not going to get mad, but I'm going to get frustrated. When it comes time to put it back together, it's actually going to be kind of difficult. It always is. It's no big deal. I'm actually going to keep that out. So this is the lid for the iFixit case. Okay. Keep something to keep your screws in. I used to do electronics tech work, and people would do all kinds of stupid stuff. I'm a big proponent of doing maintenance on your own crap. But people would do some stupid stuff. Alright, so the screw's off, so we should be able to just pop this apart. See if we can visually see how it's connected. Might be able to pop the side panel off, but I assume the entire bottom was one piece. Yuck. Already got stuff under my fingernails. Okay, well, it's not coming off, but it is popping open. I don't want to force it because there could be screws inside. So what's everybody else up to today? Obviously, I'm cleaning. And this is because I was playing Brave and some other stuff, and the right bumper wasn't working. And I've been playing a lot more stuff on the Xbox, and I want to keep doing that, so I need to be able to use all the full functionality of any controller. And I have mine that I use on my PC, but when I sit down and I grind, I don't do it on my PC. I sit down on the couch and I play. Pop back open. Pop back open for me. There we go. Okay, I got that in there. Yeah, I'm guessing there might be a screw down here, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, well, there's nothing holding the front on here. Yay. Alright, so let's see if maybe it might actually want me to take off the top shell, not the bottom. Oh, did I get it? Almost got it. Wow, that's filthy in there, guys. That is nasty looking. And this is what happens to your controllers after time. Over time. So I realize now that I've like never actually cleaned these. Okay, that's interesting. There we go. Okay, so there are more screws. So on the Xbox One controllers, okay, you have to pop off the covered handholds, and there are, looks like 2 additional screws in each side. But now that I know what it's like, I don't have to be as gentle because I understand how it works, which is nice. Come on, get in there. There we go. Almost. Nope, I thought I had it. Man, they did a good job trying to keep people out. Don't worry, we'll get in. You can only resist for so long. I know I keep bumping the controller, so if I do it too bad, let me know and I will pull it back up. And once we get this finished, we can go and play some games. Because I need it, because I want to play games on the Xbox today. But I also want to play Slime Rancher. I did a little bit of grinding on Slime Rancher off stream. Got us up 1 level. I built the Abyssal Apiary, Abyssal Pump. Abyssal Pump is what it was. That should help keep those from going back down. And I ground out a little bit more money, new bucks, or slime dimes, as we affectionately call them here on our stream. There we go. So, ugh, it's already so freaking nasty. Alright, same screws inside as well, guys. It could change, so just be aware. Come on. You don't really want to run into any tight screws because they probably won't go back in right. That's the nature of screws. They hate you. You guys are so quiet this morning. I would say, given what I've observed so far just from opening these up for the first time, if you are having trouble with your triggers, I would not go to this step. Alright? I would instead tell you to just take off these outer portions, clean them, and you'll be able to clean around about 60% of the thing. I've got too much to play. I've got a PC for Christmas. Awesome. And the Oculus Rift. What? I just don't have the time or energy to play anything, but VR is amazing. Smuggle, you're my new best friend, mate. If you don't have the time and energy, I have both. Okay? I am streaming cleaning my controller. I got the time. And obviously the care, which is a big freaking deal. Alright, let's see how these are all attached. Usually when it comes to their stuff... Oh, nice! Microsoft, I approve! Who designed your controller for you? Oh, good job, guys. Good job! Alright, guys, I've taken apart a lot of electronics, okay? And most controllers are put together like shit. That's what it comes down to, okay? This is brilliantly put together. You could take it apart and clean it without actually removing a lot of lower level component crap. Oops. Dumping out those rumble things. You could cut them out. Just, I wouldn't complete the circuits. I'd tape them off most likely if it were me. Alright, so we're just gonna clean it, and we're probably gonna have to disassemble some buttons though, because of this plastic cover they have on here. I can't actually see the button for the right bumpers, but it looks like they're pretty freaking simple. So it shouldn't be too hard. So, cleaning. Dampen a Q-tip. Wipe it around. Get all the dust and grime out. If it is so bad you need soap, start washing your hands before you use your junk. But, we have a new follower. Microcar360. How are you, man? Welcome. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And if this is absolutely terrible to watch, I'm sorry. It's my first time actually doing a disassembly and cleaning, I think. I don't think I streamed it last time I did them. Hello, Microcar. How are you? So a lot of people will clean the inside like I am, and you should, but they'll leave the edges. The edges is where everything marries up and where most of your grime is going to get in. So clean them. Also, make sure before you go reassembling stuff, it only takes a few minutes, but make sure everything's completely dry. If you put damp parts together and you trap water inside, you run a small risk of destroying your craft. And if nothing else, the excess humidity inside the controller on the edges and stuff will just cause more gunk to build up faster. Alright, I think we got the sides at least done. This actually doesn't look too bad, but I don't know if I'd be able to get this in the light. You can see basically this bit's shiny and this bit here isn't. Okay, this is disgusting. And it's just from 4 or 5 people using them at least once a day. Or, I don't know, it's been several years because I do realize now that I never cleaned these. I cleaned the 360 ones before, so. Wow, there are plenty of places for that crap to get in there, isn't there? There's all these little holes, and the holes were all for the clips that held those, this portion for these. So there are several large holes, and most of them are for that. It was also well designed to keep people out. I'll point that out as well. But it couldn't keep me out because Microsoft isn't gonna clean my stuff. And the best thing to keep this crap from happening, seriously guys, treat it like dinner. Okay, every time you're gonna go play a game, wash your hands first. It'll keep your stuff going forever. You won't have any oil on your hands. You won't have any dirt in your hands. And then all you have to do is worry about the accumulated grime and dirt from your house. And I'm not going to tell you to clean your house because I don't clean mine as much as I ought to either. Come on. You know, I need to... There we go. Then I can actually hold it so it's comfortable. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. And I'm sorry there's no soundboard today. Oh, that's why the games command didn't work. I'm an idiot. I don't have Scorpbot on this computer. I had to transfer all my stuff for OBS today, which actually was a lot easier than it sounds. I mean, obviously I don't have a bunch of it, the frames and stuff, but I took this particular image that we used for the break because I figured it'd make a good 2-frame for showing both. But I have to use Boo's computer to do this because I only own this camera. Okay, that one there is Boo's laptop camera. And then Luna was nice enough to lend me her green screen again, which you guys can't see. But it's 20 feet long and 20 feet tall kind of thing. Actually, the curtain is 20 feet tall because yours, you could stand on it. But it's the whole thing only goes up to like 10 feet, I think. there is something here. Ugh. Nasty. Alright, so I think we got most of this one done. As far as this piece of plastic, guys. There's quite a bit more to go. I know it's super entertaining. But I also know people get really nervous about tearing their stuff apart, and unless you have some sort of special warranty, you should always clean your stuff. That's one of the drawbacks to warranties, actually, now that I think about it. Like, I like when I get computers, I get the extended warranty from wherever I purchase it, or parts if I can get an extended warranty for parts. But that means you can't actually clean it very well. You can only do surface stuff, which will still help, you know, if you do it twice as often, kind of thing. I mean, I blow out my keyboard like, I don't know, once a week with a dust cloth. God, it's so bad. And these are just the outside grooves. It's nasty. Kids, wash your hands. Jeez. How many times I gotta tell you? Do do do. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Alright, so big key areas for cleaning, okay? These, these sharp edges here, okay, that's where the controller fits together. While functionally it's not going to disturb the controller, when you as someone cleaning the equipment goes to put it back together, if you don't clean them, it won't go back together right, I promise. It's gonna feel bulging and not quite stick together where it should. So you clean them out. And then when it comes to controllers, the other key places to clean are around, not in, around every hole. So these ones are bad. If you have sticking problems where you push and then the controller just keeps going, which I'm having that on one of the controllers too, and I don't know which one it is. More than likely, it's grime buildup in these areas, anywhere there's an edge. So clean out the edges of the holes for all the buttons, clean out the concave bits and the holes for your thumbsticks, and clean out around your D-pad area as well. Alright, I think that one's pretty good. It looks pretty good. I don't think I missed anything. Got all the edges inside and out. It looks like there's a little bit right there. Alright, now we're to this bit, and this is everybody's favorite bit because it's got all the buttons and stuff on it. Pop off your thumb pads. Don't clean them on there. It's electronics. Okay? Don't take the chance of accidentally getting water on it. And clean right the whole stick and the whole way down the dome. Yeah, I think it's about time for a new cotton swab, because this one is broken. You guys want to help me decide what to play when I'm done here? So I have Brave. We went through about half the game. I also went back and ground a little bit in Brave. I got a few more skill upgrades, as well as completing one area. I missed one of the I had the weapon, but there were 3 parts or something like that of one of the tapestries, and I missed it. So I went back and I got that. And then clean underneath them as well. Okay, there we go. Usually you won't get too much stuff on the inside of these, but the hard edge is just a magnet for gunk and stuff that's going to screw up your ability to control your game. Oh, incidentally, use one side of the cotton swab for cleaning that's wet and the other side for drying. Yeah, okay, so let me... see if we can see the difference. Really? Alright, so that's the one I just cleaned. And here you can see there's like gray bits and lines. That's the dust and gunk buildup. And although it's hard to see on this stream, I realize now on this camera, because its focal point is much farther away than I'm actually using. Trust me when I say there's a lot there. Bum bum bum, bum bum bum, ba-dum ba-dum ba-dum. All right, those are done. Next, let's see if the D-pad pops off. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it has a big old retaining clip. Okay, the clip's on the outside there. Alright, so the clip is on this side, and this is some sort of hinge. So we're going to try and pop it off, take off the D-pad. This is actually too big for this, which is an amazing statement in my opinion. Let's see. I don't really have anything even smaller other than a few things I'd rather not use. Oh, I think it... there we go. Alright, so it does come off this end first. Give it a little tug, rotate it up, it'll come off the clips on the other end. So, when you look at it, okay, just a flimsy bit, probably aluminum, maybe some really thin spring steel or something, that holds the D-pad in place. There's one end that has two holes, and one end that doesn't. Okay, the end that has two holes goes to the front of the controller. The front is the part that faces the Xbox. Alright, those are your actual buttons. Oh, wow. Okay, and on your, that's funny. Can't really see that. Alright, so on here, you can see right by my finger here, there is a nub that sticks out, and that's going to depress the button. They are all different lengths. The one on the bottom is practically non-existent. So make sure you put it back the right way. Okay, because the circuit board is mounted on a slant. If you put it back in the wrong way, I promise when you go to screw it together, you're going to have all kinds of problems. So the longest one goes to the front. That's something new. That wasn't on the Xbox 360 controllers when I cleaned them. And then always make sure you throw your stuff on the floor. Let me grab that real quick. I want to make it very clear that what you're cleaning are the plastic bits. Okay, the most controller issues boil down to one thing, and that is grime and gunk buildup. So that's all you're trying to do is get it off. I will go ahead and I'll wipe these because I can see that they're sealed. And I'm also testing. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Actually, I'll put it near the microphone. You'll be able to hear it. So you can test them. Can't see them, so. And listen for an audible click. They're pouch buttons, is all they are. Alright, so the other buttons, they look like they may actually be held in some other way. Okay, so that's up. That's one's up. I'm popping the hinges up on these front buttons here, guys. Trying to figure out exactly where the trigger, oops, not the trigger activation, but the bumper activation is. Come on. Come on. There we go. I don't want to force it. Ba-da-bum-ba-bum-ba-bum. Thing is, I can feel it clicking. So I think that one might be the one that has the issue. There? Ah, I found it. Okay. Well, for this one. Alright, so there is a metal clip inside the home button housing. Remove it. Leave the home button where it is. Take it out if you want. Take it out if you can. I can't. These are nice if you have them. They're reverse tweezers. They're set up exactly like tweezers, but the center parts cross over. So when you let go, they grab stuff. It helps control how much pressure you put on items. Okay, still not coming out, so I'm guessing... Oh yeah, I see it in there. Alright, there's still yet another retaining clip in there for that, guys. And I don't want to be bothered, so I'm just going to clean around this the best I can. And we will plunge the button a bunch of times to help pull out any gunk and grime that may be farther down in there. Wipe it away. Not worry about it. Oh, wow, really? Okay. So, once you get this retaining clip off for the home button. Alright, so here are the bumpers. Here are the bumpers. The lever goes back towards the back. This is the actual button right here. One on each side. So it's odd that the other one's having a problem. It's possible that this lever arm on the other one might be broken. That would explain the issue. Are you taking the controller apart? I am, Joseph. I'm just cleaning is all I'm doing, so I'm not disassembling the whole thing by any means. But we're cleaning and putting it back together. And we're learning a lot because I realize, I mentioned this a couple times already, that I've never taken apart an Xbox One controller. I thought I had, but I hadn't. It was the 360 controller I had taken apart. Alright, so remember when you put the D-pad back in, that the portion of the D-pad on the bottom that has the longest nub goes to the front of the controller. The front of the controller is where the home button is. Okay, and then the retaining clip, that spring steel retaining clip, clip it on one side, pop it down over the other. It's absolutely fine. We already cleaned our thumbsticks, so we can put them back on. They do only go in one way, so when you first start to put it on, be gentle with it. But I don't see any buildup or grime that would stop the bumper from working. So this is either the bumper that doesn't have the problem, or the controller doesn't have the right bumper problem, or the button is actually going bad. If that's the case, what will I do? Well, I'll probably end up buying a new controller, because I don't have the micromin tools I used. Micro miniature, crap, what was it? The soldering tools, guys. I have a big soldering iron and thick solder. I could get some thin wire solder without too much problem, but I don't have the money to get a really nice soldering iron that's small. One of the nice things about mechanical buttons is they're huge. This is a very large component on a motherboard, okay, or on any circuit board. Which way? Dang it. Okay, so that is the button right there. That you have the silver bit, and then it goes to a black square and a bit of white on it. That entire thing's the button. Underneath, you have a whole bunch of tiny, tiny dots. Then you have these large silver ones. Okay. These two silver ones right here, okay, that are right next to each other, that's the button. You could heat that up, pull the button out, put a new one in, and it worked just fine. Probably cost you $1 to fix. You know, maybe you have trouble finding the button and it cost you $4. But we cleaned pretty much everything. So let me clean these ABXY buttons and the menu button, and what do they even call this? The Windows button? They probably call it a Windows button because it's Microsoft. They probably call it a Windows button. Now, the reason I'm not taking the plastic covering off in order to remove the ABXY, the menu, the window, and the home button is because there are wires run across the top of the plastic and taped, and I don't want to have to deal with that. Oh crap, I didn't think about that. The battery's running low, guys. Give me a minute. I gotta plug in this stupid computer. I'm not used to having to do that. I locked my chair and I'm stuck. Enjoy the music. I'll be right back. Yep, that's me. That's my big fat bod. Power, which is instantly drained. This thing keeps its power a ridiculously long length of time. Plug it into the computer that's dying. Not anymore. Done. Alright, power issue resolved. Let's actually take a little more room for myself. Why? That's sticking out weird. I don't know. Boom, I'm back. Do any of you guys do your own maintenance? I'm super interested to know if any of you guys do your own maintenance. On anything. I also changed the oil in my car myself, the brakes. I'm not skilled enough to do transmission work. I'm not going to bother trying to do something like engine work. You know, on my lawnmower maybe, but not in the car. Certainly not in the motorcycle. I don't know anything about the motorcycle. I do know how to rebuild an 8-cylinder race car engine and turn it into a meat grinder for sausage production. We did that when I was in high school. Alright, so that's it for this one. We're going to reassemble it. Oh, nope. I forgot the triggers, guys. Triggers. And there is a lot of gunk. If you guys are worried about putting it back together wrong, or are worried, if you're worried about breaking something, Google it. Watch this video kind of thing, so that you take everything apart in the correct order. I have a lot of experience doing maintenance on electronics, so my confidence in exploring and being able to figure it out is high enough that I didn't mind pulling it apart. But if yours isn't, that's okay. You know, watch some videos and stuff. Everyone can do their own maintenance. The only time I never tell people to do maintenance is when your shit's under warranty. I'm sorry I swore. Force of habit. I'm terrible at it. If your stuff's under warranty, use the warranty. They're not going to clean your controller for you. They're not. What they'll do is they'll take it and they'll send you a brand new controller. And yay, you get a new controller. And yeah, that seems wasteful. But they're going to resell it to somebody as a refurbished controller. Don't sweat it. Okay, I buy refurbished stuff all the time. Most of it is stuff like this. It's maintenance. But if your stuff's under warranty and you tear it apart and something actually goes wrong or something actually is wrong, then you're SOL. So if your stuff's under warranty, use the warranty. If it's not, tear that crap open. Learn how stuff works. It's really cool. Alright, so we're going to put this cover back on here, which is really all it is. Looking at it, it's got a metal spring clip in it, but I'm not sure it serves any sort of function. It literally looks like its job is to cover... Oh, it's not even. It's tape. It might be... I think it's metal tape, but it's tape nonetheless. Let's dry it off. I don't want to ruin the adhesives. Plus, right here is your optical sensor. It's on this side. The button's here, but the sensor's here. I don't even know why there is one, but it seems that... Oh no, they didn't put it in. Oh no, it's there. It is definitely there. I don't know why it's there. I'm not sure what it's for. Also, if you have Bluetooth equipment, join me in complaining about Bluetooth equipment, because if you buy anything that costs less than $100, your range on Bluetooth is probably about 4 feet direct line of sight. Okay, maybe 6, maybe 10. But if you buy motorcycle equipment, okay, for my new bike, I've been looking around getting a headset, because they make them speakers, microphone that you can stick inside. My helmet has pockets for it and everything. It's great. Oops. Get this lined up. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. I'm singing the song. I don't even have my headset on, so I'm probably completely at the wrong part of the song. There we go. Alright, it's back on. Mostly. Alright, so I have a bulge on this side, which means I hit or bent something. Oh, it's the button underneath. The button's crooked. Well, that stinks. Let's pop that back out of there. It's the controller connect button, the one you use to sync it to your Xbox. But the range of Bluetooth on motorcycle equipment is miles. Like, you can connect 4 headsets up over 2.5 miles, piggybacking off of each other. They last, you know, anywhere 8 to 10 hours of use. Some of them longer, standby for weeks. And the range between them is like 300 meters. That's an insane distance. It's Bluetooth. And yet it works, and we're still stuck with... Oh crap. I put the power cord over the cable for my headset. There we go. And we are still stuck. I am still stuck with a set of earbuds that if I have a wrist or a forearm sleeve that my phone goes in for when I'm exercising, when we go out for walks and stuff, turn on Zombies Run, and the earbuds will cut out if I swing my arm back, and there's too much distance there for my right ear to the sleeve. There's too much distance and interference. That's ridiculous. Alright, so why were you being a prick? Sticker's okay. There we go. Okay. So I would suggest just put the left side on a little bit first. The side here that has the button. Okay. Doing it that way, popped right on, no issue whatsoever. Look at that. That's not right. That should not happen. This one, the board gets in the way, but this one doesn't. It can go to the full lock position. Well, not that way. It can do it front and back and right. That's okay. Don't worry. It shouldn't be an issue. Once we have the top cover on, it's going to reduce its range of motion. See, it looks proper, like a real controller already. We're going to flip that upside down. If you go, oh, get back in there. I'm gonna flip it upside down. If you guys remember, there was a screw right in the middle, but we're not putting that one back in because that's not what we're after. So we kind of had to sandwich it together. And I want to point this out because it's something I noticed while I was doing this. And that is, okay, first off, I have something on one side that's not lined up right. Let's see. But this retaining clip, plastic retaining clip, for lack of a better phrase, was not over top of the battery casing, and there is a lip where it should be. So keep that in mind when you're putting your own stuff back together, that there should be, the retaining clip should go the entire way over top of the casing. Alright, so that, I'm just messing with the metal springs, guys, for the batteries. That's what's causing my issue right now. Okay, that looks good, but it's stuck. There we go. Get in there. Okay, so the triggers also, when the casing's not on, will extend past the case housing. So after you line up the two metal prongs for the battery compartment, also pull the triggers in. It'll go down nice and flat, super simple, nice, easy, and smooth. And it actually lines up with the, there are notches in that retaining clip. The case doesn't go under it, it goes in them. Easy peasy. We're going to use this main screw first. I would do this always. I would do this screw first and last. So, had I known about the two screws that were in the handle, or the handholds earlier, I would have taken those out first on each side. So I would do that and then take the central one out last. Okay, so we're gonna do a test. That's all. Okay, make sure everything feels like it's clicking, moves, doesn't get stuck, because we may have added lint, we may have not quite put something back together right. Also, inspect very carefully the seam along the entire housing to make sure you didn't accidentally pinch a wire or something, which is one of the reasons I didn't want to deal with taking off that secondary plastic cover that they have under here, which I think is hilarious and brilliant. That is, it's very, very smart. You could take it apart enough on your own. The average person can do this, guys, okay? All you need is the tool. The Torx screwdriver is the only thing you need. For this one, it's a T2 bit. Is the only thing you need, and I would easily give this to my 12-year-old and say, hey, tear this apart and clean it. It's dirty as crap. And I would feel comfortable that they would be able to do that without too much instruction. Obviously, you should show them, but so almost anyone can do this. I'm just going to throw all the screws back in. Make sure when you're putting it back together, you're putting the screws in the right spot, okay? And do not over tighten them. Snug, and that's it. When it tells you it's almost ready to quit. People over tighten stuff all the time, and that's terrible for circuit boards. But on these controllers for the Xbox One, there are screws here and here. There are two big holes here. Screws don't go in there, okay? Those large holes are just to help keep the hand grip lined up. You see here and here? That's what those are for. That's it, okay? The ones that pop on, just put them on and squeeze. Squeeze evenly everywhere. Put a little extra pressure in certain spots if it looks like there are gaps. Put it on, give it a squeeze. Then, check the buttons again. Okay, you just put all the screws in. Maybe you pinch something. Maybe you over-tighten something. If it's supposed to click, make sure it clicks. Okay, you should feel resistance on your ABXYs on the D-pad. These things should fly like the wind now. So that all feels good to me. We're going to try and put that sticker back on. What did I do with the tweezers I took it off with? I want to use these. We're going to try and put this sticker back on. I'm not trying to fudge any warranty stuff. Like I said, my stuff's been way out of warranty. I just like my stuff to look the way it did when I got it. That's what I like. Okay, it looks like I put it a little too far toward the front of the controller, but that might not make any difference. As long as the battery pack clicks into place okay, I'm going to leave it alone. But it's back in there. Battery pack went in just fine. Powering on just fine. That's it. One controller down. This one will be faster because I don't have to explain as much. But if you have questions, or if you just came into the stream, you have a question, please let me know. Okay. So we're gonna have those. We don't need that. Alright, so since I explained how to take it apart and the way I would do it had I known and all that crap, we're gonna do that first, okay? So we're going to take off the handheld covers. Come on. The handheld covers. The hand grip covers. Also, unless you know exactly what you're expecting, don't ever use a metal tool to remove coverings, okay? Never. I know I'm doing it, and like I said, I know exactly what I'm expecting now since I just opened up the other one. And I know I'm not going to break anything as long as I put it in the right place and I'm careful. Use a plastic one. Come on, a little bit more. Ugh, my fingernails are not strong enough. Come on. There it goes. Now the other side. Actually, I wonder if I can use the flat side. I'd rather not use the pointed side. It's more about the thickness of the prior than it is the point. So the flat side will actually give me more leverage. Alright, those are done. Next I'm going to do the sticker because it is a bit of a pain. So I have to start scraping it up first. And we're going to use our tweezers. And with the sticker, guys, go slow. Don't be in a hurry. There's no point. You can pull it off nice. You saw what I did with the other one. I put it back, for crying out loud. Right? There's no reason to be in a hurry. Take your time. The only thing you're going to do if you rush is break something, hurt yourself. And yeah, like I said before, if you want to just poke a hole in it because you're not going to put it back on, or you don't want to take it off, you could do that. You can just poke a hole in the thing, but it's actually quite difficult to get screws out once you start shoving crap down in there. Alright, I'm going to actually start cleaning this up before I take it apart because there's so much gunk on it. And when it's together, it's easier to hold. So you could clean half of the triggers without ever removing the actual case, just the handhold covers. But I would say that more than likely most of the gunk will build up on the other half. Bum 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 ba-da-dum ba-dum ba-dum. Alright, let's take out some screws. Good driver. If you're still nervous about taking it apart, you got any questions, you put it in the Discord and I'll check that later. You can tweet me a message. You put it on Facebook if you want. I try to make sure I check that stuff every day, guys. I'm terrible at it, but I try to make sure I check that stuff every day. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the two front ones, but until you get this off, they don't want to come out. But once you get it off, they just fall out. So make sure you do it over your container for holding your screws. I need some water. I'm thirsty, guys. Oh. Alright, that one looks pretty gross to me. Let's get another one. I will point out, you're going to need a lot of Q-tips, okay? A lot of freaking, what I called them before, that wasn't copyrighted, cotton swabs. I will say, get good cotton swabs. For everything in life that you ever use a cotton swab for, get good ones. So, yeah, on the outside edge, I did clean the triggers already because I could. But in here, in this corner, for whatever reason, seems to be where most of it builds up. Probably because there is a corner. That's likely all there is to it. It builds up there because the corner exists. And these are the notches I was talking about right here. Okay. That marries up with that retaining clip we took off earlier, right here where these prongs stick out. So we're going to clean as we go. Last time I did a lot of disassembly because I wasn't exactly sure when basically I'd be done disassembling. But now I know I have to take off the other panel, but the panel is going to pop right off. So I'm going to clean this and set it aside. I'm going to go back to the hand grips. That's what they're called, hand grips. I'm going to clean the hand grips. I'm going to set that aside. And remember to make sure you clean the screw holes as well. It will make a difference, I promise. Especially when it comes to reassembly. Alright, one bit done. Next crummy bit done. Well, doing. Wow, okay, I'm guessing this is the one that had the problem. This has got a lot of grime on it. This must be Silly's controller. Help yourselves out, guys. Treat it like you would if you were eating. Or like you ought to. Smuggle. Well, seeing doing something sent me into a cleaning frenzy. Thanks, Wings. I'm all done. You're welcome. Are you cleaning your controllers? Because that's hilarious. If you're cleaning your controllers, we should totally co-stream it on Mixer. That'd be hilarious. A co-stream of guys cleaning controllers. That's it, right? Just people sitting down cleaning shit. I love it. Man, I drove everyone away. They started cleaning. But I guess, I don't know. I always feel a sense of accomplishment, but I'm a guy, you know? I do my 10% and I feel a great sense of accomplishment. Okay, that was so gross it came out brown. Ew. Nasty. Clean one, please. A clean one. So you guys haven't said anything about games. What do you guys want to see today? I have Slime Rancher we need to finish up. We got a few more levels to get on that. We have Brave. We got about halfway through the game. It took me 3 hours. So I can do that. And we have Terra, which we haven't touched in a couple of days. And I want to get that done too. Alright, so the top just comes off. I don't think I even got it wet. There we go. Now it's definitely wet. Ugh, this one is bad. Nasty looking. And we're going to have to inspect the button on this one really carefully. The button may actually be bad. Because when I was playing, I thought it felt like it was clicking, so... And I have my own controller, so it's not really an issue. I have 2 controllers that only I use. I have a 360 controller that's wired, that plugs into my computer, so that when I'm streaming, I use the Xbox app. And I use it that way. And then I have my custom controller. No, my flat. I'm having trouble setting up Mixer on the PC, but OBS on, but have not tried streaming yet. Okay. Well, have you looked at well, they're not really tutorials. It's a set of instructions, but they're still fairly simple, that are on Mixer's website. And you don't need a special version of OBS now. You just get the current version of OBS. All of OBS has the FTL built in. Other than that, you know, watch a few tutorials for how to add scenes and whatnot. OBS has a lot of good online tutorials, both like on OBS's website and just hundreds of people putting them up on YouTube and stuff as well. But I'm happy to answer questions if I can. But I mean, you're already way far ahead of me. The muns you must have for VR, man. I am so jealous. I will say, I want an Oculus Rift, because while the HTC Vive had a better setup when it launched, I believe the Razer controllers are much, much better than those big clunky ones that reminded me of the Sony PlayStation Motion, I think they called it, the Sony Motion. Ugh, a lot of gunk. I'm surprised the lighting actually is this good. I know there's a lot of light on this side of my face because there's a window right there. But I thought I'd have to bring out my floodlight again, because I did last time I used it, or last time I was out in this part. Boom, ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. Okay. Ba-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum. Out of curiosity, do you actually have a PC or do you have like a Mac? Does anyone actually own a Mac anymore? Do they make Mac desktop computers, or is it all MacBooks now and iPads and iPhones? Which you could still use. I'm just curious. If you guys missed it, there's some hilarity for some Fortnite on Saturday's stream. The very end of the stream, or actually the second stream, when I was playing Brave, Lissa managed to get her Fortnite all downloaded and installed, and it resulted in some awesome stuff. She had some lag issues, and she's new to the game, but you know what? I suck just as bad. I don't have lag issues, and I'm not new to the game. So release. There we go. This is pretty bad, actually. Ugh. This controller is way dirtier than the other one. Remember that the large nub goes towards the front of the controller where the Xbox button is. I'm just testing, listening for good clicks. They exist. It's absolutely great. How would it look if you put it in backwards? I want to see. Maybe it won't even fit in backwards, and that would help prevent people from doing it. No, of course it goes in backwards. It sits like garbage if you put it in backwards. It actually sits pretty stably, considering the retaining clip's not in there, if you put it in the correct way. And then of course the retaining clip just pops right in there, and now it's fine. Alright, so I need to take off the Xbox cover here. Oh, this one's loose. The last one had like a lot of resistance in it. Hold it there. Alright, what we got going on here? Its controllers are great, but I could complain about a lot of stuff. But it's new technology. i5 7400 8GB DDR 1060. Oh, a GTX 1060? Okay. Wait, I'm confused. Do you have DDR4 or DDR5? That's confuzzling me. And I assume it's a GTX 1060 with 8 gigs of RAM. Well, the computer has 8 gigs of RAM. The card itself has 6 gigs on 1060. Man, this is so loose. Well, that would explain why the button doesn't work. If something under here could potentially be broken, since it's that loose, it's ridiculous. Come on, want it off. Come on, alley-oop. And off you go. Come on, almost there. Almost there. Why is it stuck on that side? Prong is just stuck. There we go. Alright, that's off of there. Oh, bad news. There's no give in the button. There's no give in the button, meaning it's not loose on the board. It's clicking just fine. Which unfortunately means that our controller that does have the bad button just seems to legitimately have a bad button. And that stinks. We are going to clean around everything though. Just in case. You know, maybe it was a grind buildup thing, who knows. But, well, I know. It's probably not a grind buildup thing. But it is clicking, and I thought I felt it click before. I think I mentioned that earlier. But that's a great system. If you have the i5, I think I put an i5 2400G into Luna's computer. Now the 2400G, the 2000 series is the second generation. Actually, no, I'm sorry, a Ryzen 5 2400G in hers, not an i5. The 2000 series is the second gen of the Ryzen chips with the integrated graphic. The G is with the integrated graphics, and it works really nice. And the Ryzen 5 is actually pretty comparable to the i5s easily now. I'm super impressed with AMD's what is it, Raven Ridge or Sandy Bridge? Sandy Bridge, I think, was the last one. It is doing its job, and it's doing its job well. And I'm a budget gamer, so I'm always a huge proponent of cost-effective gaming equipment, which means Intel will never ever be recommended by me. I acknowledge that their products are good, okay? They're good. The problem that they really have now is that so is AMD's. AMD's are just as good, and in some cases better. Especially when it comes to their super high-end stuff. You can get the Threadripper 1950X, which is 16 cores, 32 channels. Threads, rather. 32 threads, I think. And it's like $700. And the cheap version of Intel's high core processor is like $2,000 or $3,000 by itself. It's ridiculous. And I understand if you only want to sell it to businesses, you only want to sell it to businesses. I'm okay with that. Go ahead, Intel. But don't market that crap to freaking civilians and enthusiasts. Alright, I'm having the same problem getting it to oh, there it goes, there it goes. The button in this time? The button is not in. The button is not in, people. Okay, I see. My problem is getting it past the bumpers, actually. Bingo. Shit. Nope, I dropped the button. Did you guys see that pop out before I did? Alright, how's it go? Goes like that. Okay. If a part falls out and you replace it, make sure it functions the way it's supposed to. Graphic card 6 gigs. Alright, awesome. My unit has 8, and in NVIDIA I can safely say I got all the gear and no idea. That's okay. That's okay. I can tell you that you have a good system. That is a great system. Okay. Now, my system has 16 gigs of RAM. Not this thing. My desktop. But my desktop's so old, and this is how old it is, okay? I bought top of the line Corsair Vengeance, I think. I think I have Vengeance RAM, okay? Top of the line, 16 gigs of it at the time because RAM wasn't so stupidly expensive. The speed is only 1333, okay? And for you guys that don't know anything, just Google RAM speeds and look at where 133 comes in on the list. It's down here, okay? Actually, it's down here because the new stuff is 3200 is the standard, and there's already 34 and 36 stuff. So yeah. Alright, so when you're putting on the front clip, try not to invert it because this tiny little sync button merely has a swollen bit, a bump, a cylinder, which you can't see, it's near my fingernail, that slides into a groove. So if you can get that clip on there without inverting it, that's going to save you a lot of headache when you have to, you know, tear it apart again. Get in there. You can do it. Or you can't, but I want you to. I'm trying really hard not to invert it. It would be so much easier if I could invert it. Got it. Got it. One button. Two buttons. Clips tight. Good. Alright, we got it. We're all set. Alright. The top panel just lays on. Okay, it's super loose. It doesn't do anything until you put the bottom panel on. And you should be able to pick the bottom panel up, or pick it up and set it on the bottom panel before you invert it. And this one went together easy. Holy crap. Of course, I knew about the triggers this time too. That makes a big difference. It sat right together. Oh no, but it didn't go the way it should have. Get in here, battery compartment. Alright. All set. Screw it up time. Well, close it up time. Don't screw it up. Don't screw this stuff up, guys. Bum, bum, bum. Just like I said before, last screw out, first screw in is that one right in the middle. Gonna provide more than enough support. And test it. Feels good. It's definitely clicking. So I'm gonna test this afterwards. It's almost 10. We have like an hour and a half. You know what? I'll play some Brave and I'll use both of these controllers. I'm not sure that's clicking. Okay, it is, it is. We're good. That was stupid. I lost the screw. Gosh darn it. Gotta open it back up. I put the screw, I tried to just lay it in that hole right there, and it fell inside the housing. So, off it comes. It's probably, what, in the thumbstick? Nope. Where'd you go, screw? Gotta be in here somewhere. Actually, I guess it could be. And it is. Okay, so this is the kind of crap I'm talking about that gets going stupid. Let's see. Can you guys see it? Or hold on, let me figure out how cameras work. The screw is right here. There's a magnet on the back of the trigger. And that's where the screw ended up going. So that's why it went in there. It's not my fault. It didn't just fall. It was attracted. It couldn't help itself. Alright, so I need to invert this to make sure the prong comes over here like it's supposed to. And then squeeze the triggers and push it down into place. Well, looks like it's a little too far forward. There we go. Nice and flat. Alright, let's try this again. But my bit driver, guys, is magnetic. We're gonna put it on the bit like I did the middle one. Doing anything else was probably just stupid. Nice and snug. Do not over tighten. Okay, it's plastic. Yeah, it's a metal screw, but it's going into plastic. You think Microsoft loves you enough to set some metal machined nuts in there with phalanges to hold it in the plastic? No, they don't. Because they know you're not supposed to open this or void your warranty. But you go ahead and open it if your warranty's already expired. Clean that crap out. It's a good way to get a start for, you know, the mechanical side at least of a controller. You may never understand the circuitry part. We're going to check again, make sure everything feels like it's good and clicking, because we just put in all the screws. Feels good. So we're about done. So I think we're going to play some Brave. I also think I'm going to play Recore on the channel, because I've been playing it a little bit yesterday. I guess I played it, and I was loving it. But when I do stuff on the channel, I always start over. And I don't want to start over with Recore. I spent hours last night screaming at my television. Don't ask me, or don't believe me, ask Boo. Because it was kicking my butt. I got in this one battle, and I felt like every time I should have had it, and it was just driving me nuts. And when you lose, it was a boss battle, so when I lost, you start all over at the beginning, which really sucked. Alright, so we're gonna put this back in here. Alright, so I'm terrible at stickers, okay? I have Boo do my stickers. I got stickers waiting to go on my bike from Revzilla that I'm going to go ahead and put on there because they had great customer service. I did have a problem, and they fixed it as best they could, as fast as they could. And they did a good job at fixing it. Everything works. Alright, stickers in. Battery pack. Alright, well it still turns on, so I didn't completely destroy it. Alright, that's it. So, let me clean up. And I'm going to end the stream and start a new stream over at my PC with the Xbox. And we're going to play some Brave until 11:30. So, as soon as I clean up, we're going to do that. That'll let us test the controllers. And I want to play some more Brave. Surprisingly good game, guys, okay? There are a lot of games out there made after movies and or books and stuff, and they're just terrible. Well, movies, alright, let's face it, it's movies. And they're just terrible, okay? But it's a surprisingly good game. They did a good job with it. I am not disappointed at all. Like I said, so this is the kit I have. It's the iFixit kit. And I mentioned this before. It was kind of expensive when it first came out. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. I bet I can just find it. It was kind of expensive when it first came out. I want to point out that I said grab cotton swabs. You're gonna need a whole bunch of them. We used 7 on 2 controllers. That's not bad at all. And that's what Luna brought me. And then she brought me the box because I laughed when she did the other thing. Alright, let's see if we can find it real quick. Now, iFixit has their own website, okay? And you can go there for informations. This is where I learned to take apart the 360 controller before I actually did it. Okay, so this is called the iFixit ProTech Toolkit. Okay, they still have it on their own website now. Is only $60. Okay, now $60 is a lot for me. Obviously, right now I keep telling you guys I'm tight. I'm not buying any new games because I don't have the money. But this kit is awesome. It's definitely worth the money, and you might be able to find it on Amazon cheaper. I'm pretty sure I only spent like $45 when I got it, and that was years ago. But you can also go to the iFixit.com website, and they have free manuals for gear, all kinds of gear. So if you wanted to take apart your own controllers and you weren't sure if you actually knew what you were doing or how the screws were, I could have probably looked this up on iFixit, found out to take off the the hand grips first. But it's clean, so let's go test it. I will be back in just a few minutes, okay? Because I'm using my computer, or my camera, and my microphone. So I have to reconnect it to the other system, and we'll be back up and running in just a few minutes. I'll see you guys. Give me 5 minutes. I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can. Bye, guys.